Start.
Good morning, ma'am. The topic for our presentation is cache coherence technique, and our team members are Vishal Nondi, Audrija Dev, Prithvish Gangopadhyay, and myself, Shreyan Shil. Now, moving to the next slide, we have the introduction of our topic. In computer architecture, a cache coherence is the uniformity of shared resource data that ends up stored in a multiple local cache. Cache coherence is the discipline in which ensures that the changes in shared data in multiprocessor system is propagated throughout. When different client in a system maintains a common memory, cache coherence ensures the uniformity of the data. Now, moving to the next slide, we see cache coherence is also known as cache coherency or cache consistency. Different techniques may be used to maintain this cache coherency, which is directory based coherence, bus snooping, and snarfing. Now, as the definition says, it is the regularity or the consistency of data in a cache memory. In a distributed shared memory, the technique is used to avoid data loss. Now, moving to the next slide, in a multiprocessor system, there are several clients who use the same system. In the illustration on the right, we see there are two clients, client 1 and client 2, who operates the same cache from the cache memory. Suppose the client on the bottom updates, changes, or deletes any information in the cache memory. If a coherency is not maintained between the system, then the other client would not be updated with the new change that is found in the memory. So, cache coherence is intended to manage such conflicts by maintaining a coherent view of the data values in multiple cache. Thank you. The next slide will be explained by Vishal.
Thank you, Shreyan. Now we'll come to the topic cache coherence problem. In a multiprocessor system, data inconsistency may occur among adjacent levels or within the same level of the memory hierarchy. For example, the cache and the main memory may have inconsistent copies of the same object. As multiple processors operate in parallel and independent multiple cache may possess different copies of the same memory block. This creates cache coherence problem. Cache coherence schemes help to avoid this problem by maintaining a uniform state for each cache block of data. Now coming to the next slide, we'll see the levels of cache coherence. Cache memory is fast and expensive. Traditionally, it is categorized as level that describe its closeness and accessibility to the microprocessor. There are three general cache levels. L1 cache or primary cache is extremely fast but relatively small and usually embedded in a processor chip as CPU cache. L2 cache or secondary cache is often more capacious than L1. L2 cache may be embedded on the CPU or it can be on a separate chip or core processor and have a high-speed alternative system bus connecting to the cache and CPU. L3 cache is specialized memory developed to improve the performance of L1 and L2. L1 or L2 can significantly faster than L3, though L3 is usually double the speed of DRM. With multi-core processors, each core can dedicated L1 and L2 cache, but they can share as L3 cache. If L3 cache reference or instruction, it is usually elevated to a higher level of cache. Now coming to the next slide, we will see an example where cache coherence technology is used. In the given diagram, there are three processors, processor 1, processor 2, and the processor 3 with cache 1, cache 2, and cache 3. We will see that processor 1 reads X and obtains 24 from the memory and caches it. In processor 2 does the same with 24 obtaining and from the memory and caches it. Now again the processor 1 will rewrite X and 64 its locally cached copies updated and now processor 3 will read X. Memory and processor 2 thinks it's 24 while the processor 1 thinks it's 64. This is how is an example of cache coherence technology is used. Thank you. The next slide will be presented by Prithvish Gangopadhyay.
Thank you, Vishal. Okay, now coming to protocols, there are various cache coherence protocols in multiprocessor system. Now these are listed below. We have MSI protocol, which is modified, shared, and invalid. Then we have MOSI protocol, which is modified, owned, shared, and invalid. MESI protocol, which is modified, exclusive, shared, and invalid. And then comes MOESI protocol, which is modified, owned, exclusive, shared, and invalid. Now here we have the important terms which we have discussed in the previous slide. First comes modified. Here the value in the cache is dirty, that is the value in current cache is different from the main memory. Then we have exclusive. It means that the value present in the cache is same as that present in the main memory, that is the value is clean. Now it's shared. The cache value holds the most recent data copy, and that is what shared among all caches and main memory as well. Then comes owned. Here the current cache holds the block and is now the owner of that block, that is having all rights on that particular block. And finally we have invalid. This states that the current cache block itself is invalid and is required to be fetched from other cache or main memory. And then comes coherency mechanisms. The two most common mechanisms of ensuring coherency are directory-based and snooping, each having their own benefits and drawbacks. Now coming to snooping, which is based, protocols tend to be faster and has enough bandwidth is available. And the drawback is that snooping isn't scalable. And finally, we have the every request which is must be broadcasted to all nodes in a system, and meaning that the system gets larger and the size of the bus and bandwidth it provides must grow. There are three types of coherence: directory-based, snooping, and snurfing. The next slide will be explained by Audrija Dev. Thank you.
Now coming to directory-based system, here the data being shared is placed in a common directory that maintains the coherence between caches. When an entry is changed, the directory either updates or invalidates the other caches with that entry. The sharing status of a block of physical memory is just kept in one location called the directory, and the directory can be distributed to improve scalability. Next slide. In the next slide, we'll learn about the concept of snooping. So basically, snooping is a process which was first discovered in 1983, where the individual cache monitor addresses lines for access to memory locations that they have cached. The benefit of snooping is that it is faster than directory-based coherency mechanism. The data being shared is placed in a common directory that maintains the coherence between caches in a directory-based system. The disadvantage of snooping is its limited scalability. Now, moving on to the next slide. Thus, we can conclude by saying that the cache coherence mechanisms are a key component towards achieving the goal of continuing exponential performance growth through widespread level parallelism, which makes several contributions in the space of cache coherence for multi-core chips. A lot of this computing revolution has attributed to progress of low-cost processor. With this, we come to the end of the presentation. Now, all the relevant information about the topic has been taken from the following websites, the names of which are given below. So, thank you.